Hello! Today I'm at the shooting range, sighting in my rifle scope because tomorrow it's the Roe Buck seasoning opening here in Sweden for the fall season, and this year I'm hunting with this rifle setup, and I think I shall say some word about what rifle setup I've chosen this year and why. This year I will go with my Savage 110 Carbon Predator. It's a rifle that I have owned now for almost a year. I think I got it September 2023, and I'm really happy with it. It has a great accuracy, it's lightweighted, and I have nothing more than good things to say about it, almost. There is some cons I shall mention later on. The Savage 110 Carbon Predator is a rifle with a synthetic stock that is aluminium bedded. There is a proof research barrel that is a carbon barrel, and I think it has, as I mentioned, a really good accuracy. As far as I know, all Savage rifle, you have the Accu trigger. This means that there is a little extra safety, you can say, on the trigger. So when you press the trigger, there is a little blade, or what you can call it, that you push first, and when you reach the real trigger you can fire. So it's a little extra safety, and I think that's a good thing. There is also the Accu stock. The Accu stock means that when you get your rifle, you get it with several different extenders here, so you can choose what height you want. And this, I think it's really good, because I think it's essential for good shooting that you are lined up with your reticle and you can find your reticle very fast when you're shooting. You can also change the length of pull by choosing different plates here on the stock. Comparing to an adjustable stock, I think this system is has some disadvantages, because if I change my rifle scope and it has a different height, I need to change this, and this take maybe 10 minutes to change. If I have an adjustable stock, I can just rise it and lower it very fast. But still, it's a very good system, so you have can adjust to your rifle scope. This Carbon Predator have a standard Magpul magazine, and I think that's a good idea, because there is a lot of third-party magazines you can buy with different. You can have it for 10 rounds. This is a 5-round magazine, so it's a good system. I have chosen to mount a gunsmith adapter here for my Spartan Bipod, so I can use it whenever I want, and I don't need to have this little bigger adapter on the sling stud here in the front. The barrel is threaded, so I can have a silencer on. In this case I have my Stalon X108, is the standard Stalon silencer. I think it's very good for this caliber, and I didn't mention the caliber is the 308. So I can have less recoil and less noise, and I overall shoot better with silencer. As I mentioned, there is some cons with the rifle also, and when it comes to the con, I think the fluting on the bolt is a little less good. It gets a little raspy feeling, but after a couple of hundreds or thousands of repetitions, it has smoothened up quite much. But when it was brand new, I think it was pretty ugly actually. But now it's totally acceptable, and I also know that on the new rifles they have chosen a little different cutting on the bolt, so it's a little less rough. I also would prefer a little more angle on the bolt handle, but in this case with this rifle scope it works, but I should prefer a little more angle on it. If I mount some of my other scopes, this actually will hit on the scope when I have moved the magnification to the highest level, so I can't make any repetition. So either I need to have a little higher mount or have another scope. So but that's totally depending on what scope you have. So when it comes to the rifle scope I've chosen for this hunt, I've chosen my Trijicon 3-9x40. This is a really old workhorse that I have, but I like it a lot. And the main reason I've chosen this for this hunt, that I want a very lightweighted setup, and this is only a 1-inch tube on this one. I think the weight of this rifle scope is like a little less than 400 grams or something like that. And magnification span is 3-9, so I think it's more or less what I need for a Roe Buck hunt. Since I mainly try to call the bucks, I normally have shooting distances between 10 and 40 meters, something like that. So and it's the AccuPoint system on it. This means that I have a illuminated reticle, but there is no batteries, so I have the fiber optic thread here that illuminates the reticle in the daytime. I can choose to lower the light and increase the light depending on how much illumination I want on the reticle. And if I want to sit a little longer in the night when it's total dark, there is a tritium capsule that illuminates the fiber optic thread. This will be illuminated even if it's total pitch black. So I have made a little trade-off this year. Normally I say that I want to have a really big lens for a Roe Buck hunt, since it's many times it's early morning and very late evenings, and I want to have much light coming in. But if I would go for my 2.5 to 10 x 56, it's bigger and it's a little heavier. So I have made a little trade-off this year, and I also, since I am now have passed 50, my eyes can't take an advantage of the big lens in the same way that the younger eyes can do. So actually when I have made a comparison, it's not that big difference for me. So I have for this hunt preferred a little smaller, more lightweighted rifle scope. When it comes to the ammunition for this hunt, I go for the Hornady SST. This is a pretty soft bullet. I have chosen the 165 grains the bullet, so it's a little lighter bullet. And this is, I've hunted for many years for Roe Bucks with this ammunition, and I think it's a very good ammunition. It gives the Roe Bucks a fast death. Many times it's, if you hit them in the lung, they go down immediately. And it's also a soft bullet, so when I'm called and they come straight forward to me in like a thick terrain, I can choose to shoot them right in the chest in like 10 meters, and normally the bullet stops inside the lungs and don't go into and destroy the sticks or something like that. So this is the choice for this year when it comes to the bullet. So this is my rifle setup for the Roe Buck hunt that starts tomorrow, and hopefully we will get lucky and get some Roe Bucks coming to our calls tomorrow.